As you can see behind me, we're here in beautiful Miami, Florida in Brickell. Took a last minute trip down here to look at some office spaces for me and my team. For those of you guys who don't know me, my name is Nick Urucalo. I'm 23 years old. I actively make over $50,000 per month with online business, but it wasn't always that simple. It wasn't always like this. Everything around me right here, this was once just a thought inside of my head. It wasn't my reality. I was living a very normal life, probably very similar to you watching this right now. And I had to completely rewire my brain. I had to brainwash myself to be able to reach this level of success. Now, obviously we're going much bigger places, but to be able to break that first level of the matrix, as they call it, going from a normal person, going from somebody with a normal job, going to school, to getting to the point where you're actually making a sufficient income online is not an easy step. The way the system programs us is not for the success. The way we're raised, starting out, growing up, the food that we eat, the media that we consume, the stuff that we're taught by the school system, all of these inputs breed us for the output of a normal life, a life in which we're living and working a 9-to-5 job with under fluorescent light all day, not having any freedom, not being able to travel, where, like I said a few days ago, just booked a one-way ticket on business class here, didn't even think about it. What I wanted to talk about today and explain to you is some of the things that helped me get to this point, because it wasn't easy and nobody taught me how. It can feel very lonely. It can feel very difficult when you're starting out to be able to really improve your life. Now, it all starts within yourself. It all starts within developing yourself to the level where you are the individual that is deserving of this life. But again, it's not easy. And it wasn't easy for me. I went through years of pain. I went through a couple of years of really not making that much money. I'd have a good month here, a good month there, but the consistent cash flow was never there where my reality truly felt at the level it does right now. And some of the things that helped got me there were, namely, changing my brain, changing the way I thought and my thought patterns from, once again, what I was taught by the system to thinking abundant, positive thoughts of somebody who's deserving of this kind of life. Now, the first thing, if you watch my last video, is going to be positive thinking. You want to brainwash yourself to look at the positive in every single situation. This is not easy at all. This is very difficult, but it's extremely powerful. In life, whatever challenges, whatever difficulties you go through, on the other side of all those difficulties, in direct proportion to the level of difficulty you go through, is the level of reward. It's like going to the gym. If you go to the gym and you work extremely hard, you're getting a crazy pump and you go to failure on your muscles, you're going to actually get a better reward than if you go in there and just move weights around for a little bit, don't really do much. Now, when it comes to this, I wanted to tell you about how to rewire your brain on a subconscious level to get to the point where your conscious brain thinks in a manner that's going to yield a positive outcome. Now, the first thing, obviously, with being positive thought is going to be looking at everything as a positive. Every single situation in your life can be seen in two different ways. You could look at it as a negative situation, which is how 99% of the population looks at it, or you could trick yourself to see it as positive. Most people will say, hey, that's not an actual positive situation. There's naysayers, there's people that are too logical. You know, everybody knows somebody who knows everything, but doesn't have anything to show for it. There's so many people like that, but the thing is, once you learn to look at every situation extremely positive, even any bad situation, you can find the silver lining in. Let's say you go broke. 99% of people are gonna look at it as horrible. Screw this, I quit, I'm back to square one. The positive individual is gonna see this and think to himself, okay, well, I've lost my money, but that's okay because I've learned the lessons along the way. Now I'm in a situation where I can build my willpower up, I can build my resilience, and I'm gonna have stories to be able to tell from this period of me going broke. This is how a positive individual thinks. You need to look at it as a hero's journey. Everything going on in your life is leading you to the ultimate life, your desired reality. Once you have that in mind, every little thing that happens to you, whether it's good or bad, you look at it as just part of your journey to get to where you need to go. Now, it's very difficult, once again, because we're not taught to think this way. And when you start to think this way, when you start to talk about this stuff, a lot of your friends around you are probably gonna laugh at you. They're probably gonna call you this, they're gonna call you that, and they're gonna make fun of you. But this doesn't matter at all. Another thing you need to learn is how to completely disregard other people's opinions. Nobody's opinion even matters, and to be frank, nobody's even thinking about it. Nobody really cares at all. Other than your mother, your father, maybe a couple of your siblings, nobody really cares what happens in your life. This is a harsh reality of the world. We're taught this fake virtuous stuff that's pushed by liberalism and the school system of, oh, care about everybody, care about everybody. It's just not true. Now, obviously you should care about people and you should have good intentions. That's a great thing. But nobody is really going to care on a very, very deep level about what happens with you in your life. So all of these people that are making fun of you, that are clowning you, forget about them. They're selfish people. They're not somebody whose opinion you should ever take into account. Now, with that being said, you need to change your habits. You need to change the way you look at the small actions you do, because how you do one thing is how you do everything. Now, something as simple as responding to a text message. Let me explain. Everybody knows somebody who you text, they don't respond for 3-4 days. They say, oh bro, I was so busy, you wouldn't believe it. Newsflash, they weren't doing anything. They were sitting on the couch watching Netflix. The most successful people I know, the people that I know that are making millions and millions and millions of profit every single year, are people who respond instantly. You need to move with speed, and when you move with speed on something as small as sending a text message, when somebody sends you a text, respond, right? Not for the text itself, but for actually programming your brain to respond to things instantly and to take massive action. Massive action is the way to success. Massive imperfect action will get you much further than waiting for the perfect moment, because guys, the perfect moment never comes. Whether it's talking to the girl, whether it's starting the business, whatever the case may be, the perfect moment is a lie. At all times, there's gonna be troubles. At all times, there's gonna be difficulties. And what's important is that you forge your mind and develop your mind to a level that these things don't really matter, because regardless, you are the type of individual who's gonna get the job done. Now, that feeds me on my next point is identity. You need to change your identity. I used to think of myself not as a $1 million person. I used to think of myself as a normal person a lot of the time. I knew there was something inside of me. I knew deep inside me that I had extreme potential and I was meant for more. But on the surface level, I was just like, oh, I'm just a normal person. That was never the case. I knew deep inside me, but because of the system, because of what I've been fed for years and years and years, it was very difficult to remove all this programming. It's not gonna be easy. Rewiring your brain is one of the hardest things you could possibly do. Now, one thing you could do to be able to do this is affirmations. Most people are gonna tell you that affirmations are bullshit, but I'm here to tell you that they're not. Affirmations have been used for so long by so many people, and they're a proven principle to success. Now, what I would do if I was you, when I wake up in the morning, I would write down how I want to change my brain. I would sit there, I remember for years, I would write down on a piece of paper, I attract money, I attract money, I attract money 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon, 9 times in the evening. I would write this down. I attract money. I am lucky, I am lucky, I am lucky. I am a millionaire, I am a millionaire, I am a millionaire. Now, this didn't work the first day maybe, but over a long enough time frame, after continuously telling myself these things, I started to brainwash myself into actually believing that. It's like planting a seed. If you plant a seed of a beautiful apple tree, it's not gonna arise the next day. It might not arise in the next few weeks. It might be a few months. It might be a few years even. But if you nurture that seed, if you plant the seed properly, and you continue to nurture it and water it and take care of it, eventually that seed is going to sprout and there's gonna be a beautiful apple tree. Now, this works the same way with changing your thoughts. You need to continuously, very intentionally break down the way you wanna think and do it by force. Because again, we've been taught to think a certain way since we've been kids, subconsciously, consciously through the schooling system. And the people who run the world do not want us to think this way. They do not want us to be free, independent thinkers who can change our thoughts, because that takes what away from them? It takes away power. You need to understand that you can control your thoughts. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Our thoughts dictate our reality. Thoughts lead to actions, actions lead to habits, habits lead to your lifestyle, and your lifestyle determines your destiny. How you do one thing is how you do everything. All the small things that you're neglecting, that you're letting slip through the cracks, are killing you in your life. If you think it's no big deal to, oh, I told myself I was gonna go to the gym, but it's a little bit late today, so I'm just not gonna go. It's not important that you're not gonna be at the gym lifting weights. What's important is that you just told yourself you were gonna do something and you didn't. I can tell myself I'm gonna do something and I have a strong self-belief. I know I'm gonna do it because I uphold the little promises that I keep to myself. Because once again, how you do one thing is how you do everything. If I say, I'm gonna do the laundry right now, which is ridiculous, I will go do it, not to get the laundry done, but I'll do it to be able to show my mind that I'm the person who gets done what he needs to get done and who gets done what he says he's gonna get done. Over a long enough time frame, this is gonna build the identity within yourself that you're an action taker, that you're somebody who gets stuff done. Because most people are not. 99% of people are not action takers in any capacity. When you pair all these things together, when you pair extreme positive thinking, when you pair vision casting, goal setting with massive action, you can do anything you desire. It doesn't matter what your goal is. What's important isn't reaching 10K a month online. What's important isn't having a certain amount of money in your bank account. What's important is becoming the individual who can do anything you want. Right now, I'm an online business, okay? If I wanted to drop it all tomorrow and become a professional piano player, I could, because of the habits, because of the identity that I've built up within myself. And again, there's probably naysayers out there, oh, you couldn't do this because it's completely asinine. Literally could not matter less. It's actually funny because you can see and you can use that as a reference point of, oh, I think a certain way and this is why I succeed. This individual thinks a different way. This individual has a limited mindset, has a scarce mindset, is negative, and that's why he has the reward of what his life is. And I bet you all of these people who are naysayers, look at their life. Just look at their life. See how it is. Ask if you'd trade places with them. If the answer is no, fuck them. Fuck their thoughts, fuck their opinions towards you. It doesn't matter at all. You need to focus on yourself. It's gonna be difficult starting out. You need to have full focus on yourself, your goal, your mission, rewiring your brain, because again, it's not easy. And this comes with sacrifices. This comes with losing friends. This comes with being more distant to your family. This comes with so much uncomfort, but this is what you must go through. It's a rite of passage to be able to attain the life that you want. Because I promise you, on the other end of all the pain you're going through, on the other end of all the uncertainty, on the other end of beating your head against a wall, is gonna be such a beautiful outcome. If you knew how amazing your life would be if you started to change your thoughts and see success externally, you would drop everything. You would drop everything to be able to achieve it. Now thinking back on it, looking back upon it, I cannot believe how my life was just a few short years ago. Having to worry about small bills, not having freedom to travel, to go where I want, when I want, not having the ability to be around the people I want. It's really not a reality worth living. You need to go all in. You need to fix all these little things and put yourself in a position where you're going to live the reality that you need to live. The world is so abundant, there's so many possibilities. And the important thing as well is that these aren't gonna last forever. With everything going on in the world, with AI, with governmental control, the window is closing. The window's closing and you need to take action. You need to take action fast. Because right now you still have a chance. Nobody knows how the world's gonna look in 5 to 10 years. Forget it, 20 years. So while there's still a chance, forget all the bullshit, forget all the partying, forget all the drugs, forget hooking up with a million women. These things aren't gonna push you closer to your goals. What you need to do is lock in on yourself. Lock in on yourself. Don't just watch this video and then go do something else, go play video games. Lock in on yourself. Take that first step. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one single step. Take that first step. After that, everything is going to follow. You're gonna go through so much pain. You're gonna have so much skin in the game that you just keep going. For myself, for instance, it's get rich or die trying. There's no quitting. Quitting is not a possibility. Because of everything I've gone through, because of the identity I've built within myself, I'm guaranteed to succeed. It does not matter what happens. It doesn't matter if tomorrow I lose everything. I've built that identity in myself that I'm going to figure it out. I urge you to build the same identity within yourself. I urge you to be very careful about how you build your identity. Be very careful about what you say to yourself. Don't tell yourself I'm bad at this. Don't tell yourself I'm bad at this. Tell yourself you're good at everything and have the humility to understand that you can get better. Don't be delusional. I'm not gonna say I'm an amazing race car driver and then go race in NASCAR because I'm probably not gonna do as well as the other people there. But what I will do is I'll say, hey, I'm a very good learner. I can be very good at this. I am good at this. I just need to get better. Having that balance between humility and ego. Whenever your ego outweighs your humility, you're in a very tough spot and you're putting yourself in liability. Whenever your humility slightly outweighs your ego, you need to have a bit of an ego. Let's be honest. If you don't have an ego, you're never gonna think that you can do tremendous things. But if you don't have humility to outweigh that ego, if you don't have humility to understand that you can be much better, to learn from people around you, to humble yourself in front of God, you're gonna fall because pride comes before the fall. Take these lessons, take them seriously. Write these things down. Write down your affirmations. Write down your goals. Brainwash yourself into success. Because the reality is, given how we've been raised, given what the system has taught us, we absolutely need to. And if not, we're gonna live an average normal life. You do not want an average normal life. You're capable of so much more. I believe in you. Go through these steps, go through the pain, and on the other end of all the pain is a life more beautiful than you can even imagine. Bye-bye for now.